Hello and welcome to the Hume podcast from and Long. For those of you who don't know us, Hume is a recruitment training business co-founded by myself, Ed Khan, and Laura Hopes.
And each week we're going to be giving you 10-minute snippets into our world of recruitment, tips and tricks to help you on your journey as an agency recruiter, and hopefully some laughs along the way too. We hope you guys enjoy. We're back, baby. We're back.
Where's Emma?
Oh, she's out.
We want Emma.
I know. She's out.
Emma's the baby.
At home. Look at me go. I can talk at normal volume. There's not a baby asleep. I've got food on delivery.
Living the life.
Hello, everyone.
Welcome to this week's episode.
Woo.
Okay, so this week we are talking about something that every recruiter does.
Yeah.
Is connect with people on LinkedIn, but then what? What should you be doing?
Well, what do most people do? They connect with people on LinkedIn, and then we just let our connection sit there,
Yeah.
right? And I hear this complaint from candidates and clients all the time, or just people all the time, like, oh, I got a random connection request, and then there was no follow-up. And I get them all the time.
Very rarely there's a follow-up. And
Yeah.
you know why I think it is? And listeners, you might also be in this boat, and it's a common misconception, is that most people think once you've connected with someone on LinkedIn that they automatically see all of your content. So I don't need to reach out to them and they'll see my content. And that's just completely not true. Only a small percentage of your first degree connections will ever see any of your content unless they're actually going onto your profile, going through to your post, which no one will do. So you need
because until they've engaged with a piece of content, your stuff doesn't come up on their feed, right? It's only shown really to people who are engaging with you. I mean, there's more in that, and I think what the other end of the scale, what people do is that they connect with someone on LinkedIn and then immediately sell to them. It's like, thanks so much. And I get this. Hey, thanks so much for connecting. I am running this session on blah, blah, blah. If you would like to join, it's like it's instant. And for me, it's just like white noise. I don't even open those messages because I can see what they are.
So annoying, isn't it? And also, I mean, everyone knows we love automation and we'll bang on about it, but automation is to blame for that. And I can see it a mile off when someone sends me a connection request, literally within the day, they're trying to sell me something. And I'm like, fuck right off. I don't know who you are. I'm definitely not going to buy from you. It's kind of the equivalent of a cold call.
Yeah,
like, absolutely not going to buy from you.
There's no more.
It's a waste of your time. However, I think done in the right way and with a mindset of that is business development, would you, and some people would just pick up the phone and do a random cold call and try and sell, not our style. So kind of just replicate that on LinkedIn. If someone connects with you, engage with them as a bloody person, engage with them personally, comment on something that they've done so they know that you're actually looking at their profile. And then beyond that, you can't just expect them to like your content. The more you engage with their content, the more they'll engage with yours. And it's much like BD. You can't just connect with people hoping that one day they'll see something you've posted and buy from you. It does not happen.
No.
So it's that 7 touch point rule again, isn't it? It's the same across any BD that you do. It's not going to happen overnight. You have to put in the effort to do it.
Yeah. And I think, totally. And I think often when we're connecting with candidates, it's because we've got a role available for them. But what we should be doing is building our network proactively, right? So that they're already in your network and you've had some kind of discussion with them by the time that you are ready to pitch them a role. And same with clients. Again, it's not that lead generation approach, it's the market mapping approach, proactively building relationships with people for when they're going to need you. And I think this is where we often go wrong. We're just in like this reactive state to what we're doing. And so I think it's often like, you're damned if you do, you're damned if you don't. If you don't send people a message, then what was the point in connecting? But if you do, you're immediately selling to them. And so I think with all of this,
Yeah,
and
you're not damned if you approach them in the right way once they're
yeah,
connected. So
yeah,
you're damned if
exactly.
you do, you're damned if you don't, but you're not damned.
Damn, do it in the right
We've said
way.
damn too much times, we've confused everyone. We've got so.
Damn if you do something.
But
So
you're not damned, yeah, if you do that personalized approach of, I'm not going to sell to this person, I am here to build a relationship, so that maybe on the sixth, seventh touch point, they have gotten to know me and they will then buy from me. I mean, I look at any of our clients for Hume Scope, most of them have started off in some way, shape, or form as a connection on LinkedIn.
of course.
And we haven't just gone, oh, agency and it's accepted, push our courses on them. It's that, no, well, we want to get to know them. At some point, they may, when the timing's right, buy from us. But if we went in with the approach of, oh, agency owners connected, send them all of our course offerings, see if they want to book, the conversion rate on that would be incredibly low.
It is low. And I can tell you it's low because years ago, like 6 years ago with Hopes Consult, that was an approach of mine. Like I would connect with people and be like, I do training, want to find out more. And like as a one person business, like I would get enough meetings to sustain myself, right? But what I wasn't doing is adding any value.
Yeah.
So I it's funny with HumeScope, we have leads coming in every day, like coming in because people are like, hey, we've seen your content. Hey, thanks so much for that salary report you sent me a year ago. Now I'm building my team. And so I think it's, again, with all of this stuff, it's the long-term game. You don't need to be converting people overnight, because the work that you did a year ago will then be a leads funnel, because those 7 touch points have happened over the course of a 12-month period. And I think with all of this stuff, and something I was really keeping in mind when I was writing our, week 1 of our BD course.
Nice little plug there, Laura.
BD Bootcamp starts 13th of July. It's a 6-week course. But what I was thinking is just do what would work for you.
Yeah, absolutely.
Because would it work for you if someone was just in your face selling to you? No. Would it work for you if someone wanted to build a relationship or add some kind of value? Yeah. So it's like sell in the way that you like to be sold to.
The one thing I think pushback typically is on this type of approach is, I need to make money now. My boss is breathing down my neck, and I'm like, great, you still can be reactive to things and still chase those leads, and you might win a few of them. Great, still do that if you need to. Like, this doesn't need to be an all or nothing approach, but this needs to be consistent and ongoing so that you start reaping the benefits in 6 months. And over time, you'll stop having to do the cold outreach and the reactive stuff. So at the moment, if you're sitting there going, well, no, I need to make 100 grand this quarter and my boss spread down my neck. Great, but don't just think about this quarter, because if that's all you're doing, you'll consistently every quarter have that mindset. So you kind of need to run both, perhaps, if this is a new approach.
Like get the crossover. Like you still need to be generating business, right? But with LinkedIn, I would say just start playing the long game with people. Like, hey, thank you so much for connecting. Saw on your profile that you did this. This was a recent post that I posted that, I thought might be of interest to you. Please let me know if you ever need something. Like, that's a nice initial reach out. And a week later, if you sell to them, it's still better than doing it straight away.
Oh, 100%. It's, I think it is just takeaway, I reckon, from this. It is long-term approach. It has to be in your head, a long-term approach.
And what would work for you?
I've introduced this to our podcast. Can you hear it?
No, what's that? What's going on? What's happening?
Can you not hear it?
No, in fact, it's now blocking out your speech as well. So you've just gone silent.
Oh, it's the countdown clock.
Yeah, did it, boom.
How can you not hear that?
Can't. Well, that was an anticlimactical end. No one can hear that.
Oh, that was so weird. I could hear it completely, and it was great. It was like the perfect end.
Yeah, we're going to try but for all of our listeners out there, again, me and our parents.
There we go. This is how all of our episodes are going to end. It's 30 seconds.
It's quite a long one when you start sing. Ready?
It's coming.
It's never going to happen.
It's coming. I promise you. No. Okay. See you next
Episode
week, Tim.
over.